a lot of my first like experiences happened in the church. I never had sex in the church. Calm down. All right. But my first kiss happened in my church. All right. Now, I'm not going to tell you who my church are. Some of you who I know personally who watched the video know my original church. And the first time I kissed a girl, I remember it was 7th grade or 6th. No, it was 6th grade. It was in 6th grade. I was 10 or 11. 10 or 11, right? And I go to this church, not hometown church. That was my church from childhood that I went to, right? And I go there, and this newer girl came to the church, who I would not name in this video because I don't know who's going to watch it. And she was a cute girl. I liked this girl a lot. And I remember it was either like Bible study or I think it was Bible study or something. I don't know, but it was something that me and her were at the church, but we weren't in like the sanctuary in the service. So we was in the back where the water fountain was at. And I remember because we used to just make out back there. And I mean, this girl she was a phenomenal kiss. I can't tell if she was a great kisser because it was my first kiss, but I remember it was on my mind like a lot. Like I would look forward to Bible study every single, Wednesday? I forgot when that, but I used to look forward to Bible study every Wednesday or Tuesday, whenever the date was, because I wanted to make out with this girl as much as possible. I'm like, yo, man, like, I mean, it was. I felt like, like you ever seen church folks when the Holy Spirit? That's how I was. Amazing, man. Amazing. I had my first makeout session in the back of that church with that young lady. And yeah, man, we didn't really date anything like that. We would just like make out, buddies, which, hey, man, what power to you. And then I had another experience with another girl in a church, but this time I got caught. So there was this girl who I would not name. And by the way, you asking why I'm telling all this? Number one, I'm telling on myself. I have this fear that when I get famous, that a whole bunch of people will try to use things that I might be ashamed of against me. So I got to be able to punch, which is why I like to be honest. And maybe this will help you parents out. If you're a parent that goes to a church and your child ain't with you for a long time, more than likely your child is with some girl in a spot in the church doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. So let this video be a lesson for you, okay? Now, onto my second experience. So now, same spot, right? Back of the church by the water fountain, but you go up. We had a balcony also on top, right? But before you go into the balcony in the sanctuary, there was like a door there. So there was like a little spot where I used to hang at, right? A lot of people used to hang there. So there's this girl who I will not name who used to go there. And I used to take her there and we used to make out. And not only make out, like I used to grab her ass, like really like, hump her, like, It was real intense, right? And then one time I got really bold as I got older. So this was a thing that I just did. Now, it wasn't like I'm not telling this story the right way because it seemed like this was something I did on numerous occasions, which wasn't the case. It would happen maybe, twice a month, usually. So the second girl, I'm a little older now, all right? I'm like, 13, 14, and I decided, you know what? Let me suck on a nipple. So I sucked on her nipple one time, and I was like, oh, this ain't bad. So that was our thing. And then one time I'm up there doing my usual, right? And right when I'm about to go for the nipple, the door opens, and one of the men of the church busts in. Lord have mercy. I've never been, the feeling you get in the pit of your stomach, like right before you about to get attacked, or hit by a car, or like you ever was about to get hit by a truck or a bus or a car or something, and it misses you, or you see it last minute, but the flushiness feeling you feel, that's what I had in my stomach. And I begged this dude so much. I said, not yo. I said, we're not doing nothing. Come on, man. Come on. We're not doing nothing, man. Come on, man. And to his credit, he said, look, man, I ain't gonna say nothing, but you lucky it was me. He shook his head and he walked off. And I respect him so much for that, because he could have really made my life a pain in the ass if he told somebody, for obvious reasons. Why? Because my father was like the deacon, the chairman of the deacon board at that time at the church. So like he held a real important decision, and it would have been really bad had this dude told my father, my mom, told somebody, but he didn't. He kept it to himself, and I respect him for that. And dude, I avoided him for like the next 6 to 8 months after that. I didn't want to see him. That's how much shame I felt. And I never did it again. It was too risky. And when you think about it, it was always risky. Like, I'm making out with this chick, and the door is right behind us, so anybody could come. But I never got caught, so you never think about it. All right? So just remember this, people. Phone ringing. Freaks in church. Hey, Rob. How you doing?